Welcome all my bricks and bricksters. Welcome back to a brand new video and happy Valentine's Day everybody. The day of love and couples. But enough about that. It is time for this one specific question. Who is the GOAT? That's right, for today's movie review, we are reviewing the newest and latest Sony Pictures animated film, GOAT, which is about animals playing rollerball, the fictional animal form of basketball, of course, and featuring Will Harris, a little goat who dreams big and being part of the professional rollerball games. So without further ado, I cannot wait to do this because even though this isn't really the film that I wasn't really planning on watching, it does look pretty interesting because of the concept of the animal world playing basketball, since Sony has their own animalistic animated world, sort of like how with Disney, how they have a lot, especially with Robin Hood and Zootopia, but also Illumination with their own film Sing, but with different genres, as GOAT is all about animals playing sports, of course, like basketball, along with Sing featuring singing animals, while either Robin Hood and Zootopia, they have their own special themes, like Robin Hood being based out of the past of Robin Hood, of course, and Zootopia being a mystery series. But without further ado, let's go on ahead and start this movie review. But before we say anything, I just recently watched this movie yesterday, so this may contain some spoilers. So if you guys want to avoid those spoilers, pause me, then go ahead and check out GOAT on theaters. Or if you have either GOAT on DVD or if it's streaming, then you can go on ahead and check that out on your TV. And then when you're done watching, unpause me and go on ahead and check this out. Or if you're a leaker sneaker and you just want to see the spoilers, go on ahead. I don't mind. But also, of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and leave a like. And don't forget to share this to your friends who are big animated fans, or if this is your new favorite movie. But, yep. And also, of course, I'm also on the road to get this channel to 700 subscribers, as I'm in 600 subscribers. But without further ado, now let's get started. The film starts off with a young goat named Will Harris, who went to his first ever rollerball game with his mom. There, he saw the rookie player and the town star player Jet Fillmore play out in the fields. And watching all of this inspired Will to become a professional rollerball player. 10 years later, and after his mom passed away, Will is now a teenager and now is struggling to live up rent with his landlord, but he still makes it out as he earns a little more money while also practicing to be a rollerball player just like his hero. But there is one problem. Violent's own star team, the Thorns, are struggling due to the fact of a brand new star player named Main Attraction, who has an ego very big that he always shows off his muscles and his cool little basketball moves. And the whole town of Thornwood doesn't really like him due to that. And with that, Will attempted to challenge him for a couple of rounds for his rent money, which didn't go out so well, but it did go out with a start with 2 points thanks to Will's practicing. But the main attraction went completely all out and just decimated him while scoring all 3 points. But he did become famous that Flo, the owner of the Thorns, was impressed by Will's skills despite how small he is, or what he calls himself, a medium, that she decided to enter him into the new team member of the Thorns since they weren't doing so well and they're missing a team member. And with that, Will finally got his chance to be in his childhood dream of being the Thorns. However, there were 2 problems. The team members, including Jet, weren't really too formed about how they go joining their team since there is a rule that smalls can't ball, and he barely got a chance to play in some few rounds of Roarball. However, he did got one chance into scoring a goal, and with that, they won 1 game. However, it wasn't enough to get them a claw, which is a special trophy among the top-tiered Roarball games. Now, don't take me for granted. I know nothing about basketball, mainly because I'm not really much of a sports guy. Sorry to those who are big basketball fans, but anyways, they still need to get through with one game and one claw trophy. And with that, Jet has taken her training seriously, and most of the times, due to her experience, she mostly takes on most of the Roarball games by herself. But all thanks to the motivation of Will and everyone in the same cafe that his mom used to work with, they were all right behind her as they were her biggest fans, and they've always cheered on for the Thorns. So with that, most of the tournament rounds, they managed to move up to the Claw tournament where they were almost close to the finals, but during the semifinals, they were nearly losing, which Jet went on full solo mode and took it all down and out and just won the tournament. However, due to that her team thought they were just being a sore winner, and with that, they decided to quit, including Will and the Thornland in town. They all decided to just give up on the Thorns because they didn't believe they were the same Thorns like they knew. And also, of course, Flo sold them the team to someone else that is far away. So it is pretty sad. But after some apologizing and looking back, Will, along with Jet, they teamed up to get the team back together, and they faced off against the finals against rival team Magma, main attraction, who has been giving some major beef with each other, especially with main attraction in rapping a diss song about Will, which I didn't mention, but anyways, after that, it was the toughest game yet, as the floor was completely lava. Like, it was a total inside-out thing. Anyways, after that, they were trying their best to win a bunch of goals, but after the around the second quarter, Jets then got a leg injury, so she couldn't play, which then the rest of the team had to continue off without her. But they were doing so good until a small fight happened, which got one of the teams off the bench. And with that, Jet then volunteered herself to keep on going despite having a leg injury. But rather than scoring the goal herself, she decided to let the final hooping go to Will instead. And with that and the perfect shot, the game was set and the Thorns have won. And they finally got them a claw, and with that, it was a great moment as the Thorns finally got their first ever claw trophy, but they would still have to move out. Not because it turns out Moto, the weird Komodo dragon, actually got the chance to become the new owner of the Thorns, all thanks to his gambling skills. He is weird, but he is pretty awesome. But anyways, with that, they finally got the chance to be the famous team that Valentines has to offer, all thanks to Will Harris, who became a GOAT to the GOAT. The greatest of all time, I mean. Yep. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. What do you guys think of the movie? Is it a pretty good one? And if so, you can leave that down below in the comments. And now time for my review part. For me, it's an okay movie. I enjoyed it. It's not really one of the all-time movies that I am very looking forward to watching. Like, it's not really one I was actually thinking about or anticipating the most, but it's pretty good. I do like the concepts and the animation they put in it, since it's almost the same animation as K-Pop Demon Hunters, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and the Spider-Verse trilogies, along with TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I really like the animation, and I like most of the characters, including Moto, of course, and my least favorite's probably the main attraction because, well, you know, he is a total, I'm not going to say a word because it's a family-friendly channel, but anyways, it's pretty good. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10 because of, like I said, it wasn't really the most anticipated films that I really wanted to watch, but it is a pretty good one, but not really my all-time favorite, so it does show off a nice moral to the story that it doesn't matter what you are, as long as your dream is the one thing that is very important to you, of course. Like, for example, Will is the small goat, and everyone either doubted him or underestimated him despite his size, but he never gave up on his dream and he kept on moving forward. That is a great moral because of it does remind me of my dream of becoming a big YouTuber, of course, and right now I don't have a lot, but I'm getting there to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers, so that way I can finally turn my YouTubing into a career. That is the dream that I've been looking for ever since the day I started uploading videos, and I just really love to enjoy it. But as of right now, I'm only at 600 subscribers, and I am working up my goal up to get it to 700 subscribers, as my main goal is to get it up to 1,000. So, yep, that's the great moral of this story. It's pretty enjoyable. It also explores the story of Stephen Curry, the professional basketball player who is indeed the GOAT of basketball. Hence, he was also the producer of this film and played a character named Lenny the Giraffe. So, yeah, either ways, I enjoyed it. So with that in mind, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for some more awesome videos coming up real soon, like a bunch of Pokemon videos coming up either next week, especially with Pokemon Day coming out in the 27th, of course, so I cannot wait for that, especially once Gen 10 gets revealed. And don't forget, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Do you guys have a Valentine? you can leave that down below in the description. Not description, in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.